Now, Legal Briefs with Bree, featuring attorneys from the Higgins Firm with answers and advice for your legal matters.
Here in Tennessee, we have a law that is known as elective share. Here to talk more about this topic is attorney Jim Higgins from the Higgins Law Firm. Jim, always great to have you here.
Thank you.
Give us a little information about this particular law and kind of who it applies to.
Sure. So this is a law that our probate and estate planning team deals with occasionally. Okay. And basically what it says is that if a spouse, a widow or widower, is not left anything under the will, or they don't like what they were left under the will, then under the law they can say, hey, I don't want to take what was there, and they can get just a percentage of the estate instead of getting what is left in the last will and testament. And that percentage will vary depending on the length of the marriage. It could be 10% if it was a real short marriage, or up to 40% if you've been married 9 years or more. And they also get some spousal support and homestead. But really, I think the purpose of this, or when we see it the most in our office, is when maybe it's a second marriage or a recent marriage and the people weren't expecting someone to pass and they just never rewrote the will, so the spouse is not in there. And the law was created a long time ago so that widow or widower is not left without anything. You know, they don't want to be a ward of the state, and the taxpayers support them, so it's an opportunity for them to obtain something out of the estate instead of being left with nothing, so they can care for themselves.
Sure. And you mentioned you have a whole division in your law firm that handles just this. I would think that someone probably needs to get with you guys, pretty soon to kind of prevent any of the hang-ups that you were talking about.
Yeah,
right?
Well, to avoid this law, it's best to plan on the front end. But yeah, they're welcome to call us if they got questions about this anytime.
Okay. Well, if you would like to contact the Higgins Law Firm, you can find all of their contact information on the screen. Be sure to check them out on their website at tnjustice.com.